It's December the 21st, and here in the UK, that makes it National Robin Day. Before I get into what National Robin Day is all about, let's have a look at a few facts about UK's favourite bird. So National Robin Day was created by a charity called Songbird Survival. And it's basically to highlight the difficulties that robins and other little birds have to face during the winter months. And it's no coincidence that National Robin Day is on the shortest day of the year. Here in the UK, 21st of December, we've got the shortest day, i.e. the least amount of daylight throughout the year. And given that most UK garden birds feed during the day, they've got less hours to get the food in. It's also middle of winter, so there's less insects around. So this is a very short video on what we can do to help. So I've already started putting food out twice a day. I've got some plant pots in a tree off ground level, so it helps keep the birds away from the cats. And I've been putting out dried mealworms and suet pellets twice a day. I've also got some feeders with some fat balls on. And already after a few days, the number of birds in my back garden is through the roof. I think I had a tree creeper, it was yesterday, and a greater spotted woodpecker the day before. So I'm already starting to see the benefits. Now if I keep this going up until Big Garden Birdwatch, then I'm going to have a good return this year. So we want to be putting some high energy food out. Sunflower hearts, suet pellets. If you are going to put raisins out, they can be poisonous to dogs. So if you are going to put raisins out, just make sure there's no dogs in your garden. And I'm putting food out twice a day. First thing in the morning, and then just before dusk at night as well. It's important to keep up this feeding regime over winter. I don't want these birds relying on me and all of a sudden the food's dried up. And I've seen somewhere, because the robin spends most of the day this time of year sort of hunkered down overnight, that it can lose anything up to 10% of its body weight. So for me, that makes it important that we do give them some supplemental feeding. Also, giving them a fresh supply of water is critical. So if you've got a bird bath, you might have to go out and crack the ice off the top and put fresh water out daily. Don't add any salt or antifreeze. And on my bird bath, I've just got a stone in the middle that helps stop it freeze over. It also gives them a little perch for somewhere to sit on and while they have a drink. But we need to keep the feeders clean as well, so yeah, get a bit of a cleaning regime going and clean your feeders at least once a week. So if you can, try and offer some shelter from the wind and the cold. Try not to cut back on the hedges and your bushes. If you've got evergreens, it's a great place for birds to shelter over winter. And I've got a couple of bird boxes. They're not just for spring, they can get used all year round. So yeah, something to give them a little bit of shelter. Try not to be too tidy. I've purposely not raked my leaves up this year, because it gives any insects that are still about somewhere to congregate. And every morning I see robins and blackbirds rooting through the leaves. And if you can delay any pruning until spring, that'll help them as well. So on National Robin Day, let's take a minute to appreciate UK's favourite little bird. I also appreciate their beautiful birdsong on these cold winter days. It's fair to say that bird numbers across the UK are dropping, so anything we can do to help will be appreciated. So when you're out and about, keep your eyes out, because you never know what little beady eyes are watching you from a hidden branch somewhere. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. And until next time, that's me signing off, and thanks for watching.